Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retro Union Collectors channel. Today, once again, we are taking another look at the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection with the Diaclone Universe Burnout. So to begin with, we can take a look at his box, get him out of there. So on this box here, you got some cool art of him right here holding his little triple barrel blaster. Up there you see him in his vehicle mode with his Energon axe on his roof. Very, very cool. Diaclone Universe Burnout. There he is right there with his Optimus Prime looking face. Very, very cool. I actually really like how this guy looks. So, in case you can't tell, he is a black repaint of Skids from Legacy. Very cool. With a new face sculpt. Very cool. That is about it for the box, though. We can now bring him back in. And I think for just a simple repaint with a new face of Skids, I think this guy, he just feels different. I don't know. There's something about him. Like, he is absolutely just a repaint of Skids. Like, there is no doubt about that, but he really feels like something else. I don't know. Something visually, it's the face. It's the Optimus Prime looking face. It just kind of gives me a whole different vibe. But very, very cool looking. I actually really like how this guy looks. That Autobot symbol there just blends really nicely into the red details amongst the black of his alt mode. Very, very cool. Just the choice of colors. I always make comments on the colors on figures, but I'm serious. I don't know. Something about certain figures, their colors just clash, and they just look so nice. I really like how this guy turned out. But he does have a few accessories here. One, in fact, I don't even have on camera, so let's grab that. So he does have 3 accessories here. He has this little double blaster thingy that you can peg on. On my Skids, I like to put this on the roof of his car, but it very rarely doesn't leave the bottom peg on his larger gun, because this gun looks kind of doofy when it's in his hand. It just has, I don't know, it's too tall. It's got I'll show you. It's got a gnarly gap between like where his hand is and where the gun is. I don't know, it just looks a little derpy to me. So if we put that there, it's not as bad, because those actually line up a lot better like the gun really should. And then that middle one is just like the big, you get what I'm saying. It doesn't look so bad if you have those two connected. But the third accessory here, I just don't use. But yeah, so I mean, I don't really use it. I think this was a gimmick that was planned for Legacy and then kind of fell off. Nobody, I don't know. Just kind of seems useless. I mean, I get what it is, I just don't use it. Simple as that. I think this is a much better accessory than that. But for articulation, we can take a look at that super quick. Get that out of here. His head is on a ball joint. So he has liminal up and down, side to side, but full 360. And his arms can go full 360 at the shoulder, but you do have to move the arms a little bit because of his door wings. But his arms can also go like painfully past where they should. You can kind of utilize this joint here if you want to get like really, really whack poses. It also does rotate at that point there, full 360. I think I already showed that, but he does have an elbow joint, 90 degrees, and bicep rotation, as well as wrist articulation. Mine is rather stiff. He's got waist articulation. Can kick forward that far. Back that far until you hit this. If you kind of hinge this up, you can kick further and kind of fake it there. He's got a knee joint a little bit past maybe a perfect 90 degrees there. But then he has some really good solid ankle rocker joints here. His feet are very solid actually on this guy. He's rather difficult to tip down sometimes. But for a comparison real quick, here we have the Velocitron Speedia 500 Burnout with his original mold. This is the Legacy Skids. And as you can see, they are very, very similar, but there's just something about that it's not fully matte black, but it's close enough, like that black coloring with the same exact like silver and red on the door trims and everything. It just looks so much different. I don't know. But very, very cool. I really like how both of these figures turned out. If you haven't watched my review on him, check that out. Linked up here. Very, very cool though. Definitely like how Legacy is growing and evolving. But we can get him out of here and we can go ahead and get this guy transformed into his Honda City Turbo mode. Check that out. Link will be in the description as well as right up here. And here he is in his very cool vehicle mode. And like I said, I don't know, something about this black, red, yellow kind of, it's just super cool. I really like how this dude turned out, even compared to Skids. Not saying I don't like Skids. Blue is my favorite color, but black is my favorite shade, so very cool. I like how they look next to each other. And in case you haven't noticed, the Retric Union Collector's logo is black, blue, and orange. But the Retric Union, the gaming channel, if you haven't heard of that, check it out, is just black and blue. So that's where that comes from. My favorite two colors are black and blue. So if you could just get those red lines blue, oh man, that'd be so cool. But I do think that this guy looks very cool, especially compared to Skids, which we can do right now. And there he is. So here we have Velocitron Speedia 500 Legacy Burnout, that's his name. And here we have normal Legacy Wave 1 Skids. Very, very cool. That pinstriping on the side is like identical, isn't it? I'm just now noticing that. I thought they had some differences, but very cool. I like how both of these turned out. And I will just say, just for the record, for some reason, this guy seems a bit easier to transform. Like, a lot of people were having issues with the roof on Skids, and I showed in my transformation guide how to kind of alleviate that. Most of the time it works. But this guy, I had no problem. No problem at all getting him to transform. I didn't even really use the trick that I show in this guy's transformation guide. Haven't really had an issue with it. So let me know in the comments if you have both of these guys. Is this guy easier to transform the roof than this guy? But might just be my copy. I'm not sure. But we can get him out of here, and we can go ahead and get this guy transformed back into his robot mode and finish this video up. Once again, the transformation guide is down in the description as well as right up here. Check that out, and we can finish this video up. Right, so here he is back in his robot mode. So to end this video up, I really, really like this guy, and I don't think looks better than Skids. I think he's his own thing, and I think he's just really cool looking. Personally, I kind of dig the black and red a little bit more than the blue and red, but not to knock Skids at all. I think Skids is very, very cool. I think he looks very nice. I just think this is a more eye-catching color scheme on this mold. And with that being said, this mold has this head. And this head, if you know, you know that there are other characters with this body type and this head. And if you know, then you'll know. Let me know down in the comments what you think that could come to, because I'm kind of thinking a reboost. Hopefully a reboost. That would be very cool. in the future. I don't know anything, so I'm not leaking anything. Don't take it like that. That's just an idea. I would like to see a reboost out of this guy. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know with a like and a comment down below, and have a good night.